In this new world video, I quickly want to go over some of the best named items for healers. For example, life staffs, armor, jewelry pieces, as well as the ring. So I'll go over all of the things. By the end of this video, you should have a good idea what to go farm. We're going to start off with the life staff here, probably based in slot if you can get this. Corrupted prognator life staff, which is pretty decent. It comes with focus, so no magnify, which is super good. Blessed, refreshing move, and then you can choose your last perk. Blessed is probably the one of the base perks for life staffs. I know they included a bunch of new ones, but it's probably still one of the best since it is consistent. You don't have to reduce your mana, but their perk bucket is pretty big that you can roll on it. So all of the other things, maybe refreshing divine, fortifying sacred ground, or maybe you want purifying breeze, which increase your heals by 33% if you remove a debuff, which is pretty decent. Where does this life staff drop? Well, you can basically farm it from Shattered Mountain, but the main place where you can farm it, which is pretty decent, is Pit Lord. Pit Lord is the guy that drops the trophies, the corrupted trophies as well. So maybe you can make some money while farming this. Definitely going to be farming this myself since sometimes I play healer. So pretty good life staff. So this probably, you probably won't need anything else. But I am going to include other ones. If you don't want to farm Pit Lord, then you can always farm the ritual of the hereafter. You can farm this, focus, refreshing move, fortifying sacred ground. And where does it drop? Well, it drops from Scylla. And where is Scylla? It is in Lazarus. So pretty good one as well. If you want to run Lazarus instead of farming Pit Lord, then this might be an option for you. If you do not want to farm Lazarus, then Sandaler is also good. Blessed, refreshing divine embrace. It used to be based in slot, right? For this as well. So you can farm this from Taxadius. And where is Taxadius? Well, it is in a dungeon, the Genesis dungeon. So either of these three, super good. I want to go over a Void Gauntlet as well, since some of us play Void Gauntlet as like a support in PvE. So Life Ring Void Gauntlet. This one comes with focus, blessed, so you can heal with your orb, I guess, refreshing move, and then the last perk you can probably choose the Scream to reduce healing for PvE. Where can this drop? Well, this will drop in Eden Grove. I did say Bane in my previous video, but this is a bug. You're going to have to farm just across of Banes. For example, there's like a tower that you can run up, and at the top of the tower there's a big boss where you can farm, which is a little bit difficult, but you should be able to do it if you got 1 or 2 people. So this is where you can farm it. So Eden Grove. So just look out for this. You're probably going to want this if you're a healer. This is about the only Void Gauntlet that's pretty decent. And it comes with focus, no magnify, which is super good. Then we move on to rapiers. Rapiers were awful. Most of them rolled with dexterity for some reason. So I chose the only 2 that has magnify. Unfortunately, the Age of Crystal rapier has magnify. You're probably going to take Sundering Riposte on here if you want to escape a couple of things. Vicious Keen, not the best. Where does this drop? Well, you can just farm it from mutations level 2. Any mutation will be good and will be able to drop you this. But if this rapier is not to your liking, I've got another one. It's not any better. Commander's rapier, also magnify. Like I said, all of the other ones has basically dexterity on it. Where can you get this? Well, Outpost was Cascades. So good luck farming this. Is going to be a big grind, but maybe you can get this if you have loot biasing on. So good luck with that. Let's move on to a Flail. I'm not 100% sure on Flail perks. It's still pretty new to me. I haven't played a lot with it, but I chose something with Blast on it, and this one had focus on it as well. I think it's more a utility weapon for healers, right? You're going to heal with it, cleanse debuffs and things. So I chose Blaze Life Stealing. This is not a good perk, but maybe the last perk can make up for this. I have no idea. Where does this farm? You can farm this from Eden Grove, same boss where you can farm the Void Gauntlet. So this is pretty good. So you just run up there in the tower and go farm this. So you'll basically hit, well, 2 birds with 1 stone if you get this as well. as the Void Gauntlet. So pretty decent. The secondary perk, I have no idea what you would roll on here. Probably a weapon perk that will give you some utility. So just make sure you get a nice good weapon perk for this. Maybe something that gives you haste that you can just quickly run away. But let's move on to the ring. The rings is pretty awful this time around for healers. There's not a lot of options. So Deep River Ring is probably your best option. It comes with Hearty and then Purifying Heart Rune. Not too bad if you pop your Stone Form or whatever. Lose all debuffs. It's pretty decent. And obviously you want to roll with Sacred here. I wish you could choose Healing Breeze as well, but you won't be able to get a ring with that on unless you craft it yourself. So this is probably the best option for just farming rings at the moment. Deep River Ring. Where do you get this? Well, you get this from Reekwater. I already got this ring. I farmed the big cannon guy in Reekwater in Sirens. So you're going to have to go farm it. I think it's the Sirens Brute, or yeah, it's the Sirens Brute that you can farm. It also drops the legendary Horseshoe, this guy. So it's not too difficult to farm. There's many groups farming this at the moment. So good luck with this. So definitely pick this up if you're a healer and roll Sacred on it. Not too bad for a healing item. Then let's go to some earrings. Life Loop. This will come with Refreshing Toast, Healthy Toast if you use mana. And the last one, you can just choose what you like. This will come from Ennead, I believe. So the Ennead dungeon, the last perk, what would I choose? Probably something decent with like Regenerating. Or we already get Refreshing Toast, right? So I'll probably choose Regenerating just here for myself for this one. I'm going to give you more options. Keratin Earring. This one comes with Healing Heart. So when you pop your Stone Form or whatever, you'll heal a little bit, and Regenerating, super nice. And I'll probably pick Refreshing Toast just to get that cooldown reduction. Pretty decent. Where does this drop from though? Well, this drops from Brimstone. I do believe if you do Brimstone chase runs, you should be able to get this. But just for in case, probably farm a couple of bosses if you don't get this from chase runs. Moving on to Tangled Vines Amulet. This one will basically save your life against frost damage. All those bow users, musket users, health, frost protection. I already have this amulet. You can get this from Elysium Wilds. I will probably go Stam Recovery on the last perk here. And yeah, like I said, it drops from Old First Light or First Light. Elysium Wilds is the new zone called, right? Just farm any bosses here or loot chest, I believe. So good luck with this one. Maybe just farm a boss over and over again. Do it while you farm your artifact, so you can get this as well as your artifact, so you don't waste your time. Moving on to another jewelry piece that you can probably use. Soul Shroud. This one has health / protection. Probably go with Stam Recovery again. This drops from Shattered Mountain, I believe. I already got this one as well from farming that maids and things. And Forbes, you can just run Shattered Mountain and Forb will drop this as your team clears the portals. So here you go. Easy farm if you have a pretty decent group. Me and my brother actually farm Forb 2-man with the healer and the tank. So let's move on to the next one. Amulet Jewelry. So here's another amulet, Corrupted something. It comes with health, Refreshing Recovery. And then you can choose your last perk. If you want the Refreshing Recovery, I also chose this. This is a pretty decent perk, but you have to give up something for it. So you can either go Stam Recovery or a Protection perk. Where does this drop? Well, it also drops in Shattered Mountain. I do believe I have this one as well. I did a lot of Shattered Mountain runs for the Abyss. So I also have this one, pretty decent one. So just look out for it if you like Refreshing Recovery. Let's move on to some armor. Armor is a little bit not the best, but you can get some decent pieces. You're going to see I am going to include heavy pieces. Why? Because you can get the artifact Featherweight. Featherweight, you can use 2 heavy pieces. Probably like for the legs heavy and the head heavy or arms heavy. You can use 2 heavy pieces, and then the pants needs to be light and the gloves needs to be light. Or vice versa. So here we go. Wood Grain. This one is just an easy one to get, elemental aversion health. And then you can choose your last perk, probably sharing heals or something else. Maybe a weapon perk if you want it, fortifying sacred ground. Where can you farm this? Well, Eden Grove is where you can farm this, somewhere in Eden Grove. Just look out for the bosses here and you should be good to go. The whole set is pretty decent, but you only need 2 pieces. This is why I'm including it. Just elemental aversion is pretty decent, but not the best. But if you need a makeshift build, then this is something you can go farm. Moving on to something a little bit more heavy here as well. Health thrust conditioning. Since you're going to be light, you're probably going to have to deal with a lot of bows and so forth. Muskets are terrible at the moment, but you can farm this from Lazarus, not too bad. Probably pop a sharing heals on there or something else if you are well, probably refreshing, right? If you're a healer, you can also supplement this with featherweight. Moving on to something a little bit more easier to get, I guess. This one is the Ace of Crystal Mask. If you want to go a medium chest piece and not featherweight, then you can probably use this, which is pretty decent. Enchanted Ward, refreshing, and then the last perk, you can either choose a weapon perk, health, or shaking heals, depending on what you like. I think this is a pretty decent set if you can get it. It does have magnify on it though. But how do you get it? Well, you just run mutations too and hope you get lucky and it drops for you. Or you can probably craft it with materia. How much materia is this even? 3,500. Holy, this is a little bit steep. But this is a pretty good set if you want the refreshing and enchanted ward for free. Moving on to the Emperes Z Crown. This is probably the most difficult set to get, so I wouldn't recommend it. But if you happen to run Dynasty Shipyard M3, then you could look out for the set, health, refreshing, and then the last perk you can just choose, which is super nice. Like I said, it comes from the last boss in Dynasty Shipyard, so good luck with this. This is a dungeon drop, so hopefully you're a badass and you can complete this quite quickly. And then of course, we can't forget about the PvP track rewards. This one will drop from the PvP track rewards. Even though it says 500 to 600, at the moment you can upgrade these sets. Basically, the perk that you will be able to switch out is Shirking Heals. So you'll get the health, you'll get the refreshing, but you can choose the Shirking Heal perk to switch it out with anything you want. Maybe you can place it back in there, but you can choose. It does roll with Constitution, so you will be a little bit high on con, but you're a healer. Maybe you want to have a little bit of con here and there, so you don't get bursted or one shot. We do get a lot of perks now, so should be plenty of attributes left for you to put into focus. So just want to put this out there so that you can maybe make your build around this as well, if you want to. Moving on to some artifacts. For artifacts, Ankh might be good since you can heal yourself, but your potions will suffer. I know a lot of healers usually don't heal themselves, they heal other people, so usually they rely on their potions. So this might not be best in slot for you, who knows, but just want to put it out there. You get the divine, you get the extra healing, and you get the health perk. Probably stam recovery here, just so that if you get bursted, you have that extra stamina to dodge from. This does come from the PvP track, unfortunately, 50 plus. So just look out for this. You're probably going to pick this up anyway if you see it on your PvP track, just because it's an artifact. So just keep this in mind. Maybe you enjoy it. Another one is featherweight. I think most people already have this, but super nice. It reduces your armor weight so that you can go heavier pieces, so that you have increased armor. Super nice piece. I would probably run this if I'm a healer. Featherweight. Sure that you lose out on some refreshing that you get from the other piece, the Nubble Cloak, right? But this one gives you more armor, makes you a little bit more survivable, so it should be pretty decent. You can get this from Elysium Wilds, I believe. You need to farm this boss in there. It's Angry Earth, so just look out for it. It's Angry Earth, so farm this boss there. I'll probably open up and see where it spawns, just so that we both know. So here is the first light. You can just see here it spawns way to the left up in the tower it spawns. It's like a bird thing that you need to kill over and over again. So good luck with that. Let's move on to the chest piece here. Noble Cloak. This will give you a lot of refreshing. And I believe it's pretty decent. Noble Cloak, medium. Chest wear, pretty decent. A lot of refreshing, 8%. And then also here, health. What will I go with the last perk? Well, it's up to you. Probably like a resistant perk that can keep you alive. Like Enchanted Ward. It's probably the best one, or Elemental Aversion. But for me, probably Enchanted Ward. So yeah. If this video was helpful and you're going to farm a couple of items, then give this video a like. And don't forget to go follow me on Twitch. I stream there weekly, 5 days a week. So I'll see you over there. But thank you for watching.